legend with Professor Longhair was that he supposedly learned how to play on a piano that was found or something that was missing some keys, and that was partly why his style was so unique. Have you A, heard that, and B, do you, when you're trying to play his stuff, do you see how that might have been possible, that he was playing on a piano that was missing keys to develop that style?
I don't really kind of think of it in that way, you know, but I've heard that story, you know, and I gotta say, I wasn't born and raised in New Orleans, so I get a lot of things from secondhand sources, and you know, hearing things like he had broken keys and this is how that went. There's like a million of those stories.
Yeah. Yeah.
You ask 10 people the same question, you'll get about 30 answers out of it, just because it's like, you know, we don't really know. So a lot of this stuff, you know, I came to New Orleans before Professor Longhair passed, and some of the stuff I've gotten from people that were around him, like his manager at the time, and some of them I got from guys like Alan Toussaint or from Mac, Dr. John.
Dr. John, yeah. Yeah, okay. You got a second one for us?
Yeah, I want to do a James Booker tune, and oh, you guys heard of him, huh?
James Booker, classic piano player, very interesting, troubled life, died early, but could play literally anything, and was one of Harry Connick Jr.'s piano tutors, because Harry Connick Jr.'s father, Harry Sr., was the DA in New Orleans, and James Booker tended to get in trouble, so he was familiar with the DA, and I think he was happy to do the DA a couple of favors by teaching young Harry a couple things on piano.
Oh yeah, and you know it's funny because Booker was this genius kind of a guy, and I spoke with Alan Toussaint about Booker often, and Alan said that, you know, they all watched him grow up and everything, and he was playing at that level when he was about 10 or 11 years old. So the genius was there, and he kind of had a tragic life. He a lot of substance abuse, and he passed away, I think he was 43 years old, in Charity Hospital in New Orleans, waiting to see a doctor. And you know, his whole thing was that if he could hear it, he could play it, like verbatim. And if you actually, I never saw him play because I got to New Orleans after that, and but I've got tons of tapes of him, and he would literally start one song, and then all of a sudden in the middle of it, he starts playing some Chopin piece or a Beatles tune or whatever. And the speculation is that there were two different stories about that. Again, only two on that was that he just had so much music that he was just quoting all this stuff inside of it. And the second speculation was that he was just so high he couldn't remember where he was. So
both possible.
Both are very possible.
Yes, yes.
Especially in the city of New Orleans. So I'm going to play a song. I recorded this on my new CD, Tribute. By the way, if I can do a little commercial plug, I just released the CD, Tribute, and it's all about the tribute to the New Orleans piano styles. I wasn't really kind of trying to write a whole bunch of music for it. I just really wanted to play the music that has inspired me by the piano players that played it. So I did a bunch of Alan Toussaint songs, Dr. John, Professor Longhair, and James Booker. Those are my four most influential guys.
Absolutely. All right, and so what is the piece you're going to do? What is this one?
Classified.
Classified, James Booker. Let's hear it. Booker. Thank you, Joe. I'll get you back out here in a little bit.